And what are you doing, superstar?
Yeah.
Yay! Awesome, awesome. And Amy's gonna start us off.
I am, and I remember to push record. All right, so I'm going to start us off in prayer tonight. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for this time that we get to spend together. Lord, we just pray over this time. We pray over, I pray over every single one of the women who are on this call, that you will touch their hearts and minds with what you have for them. We know that we are doing your work through this Mary Kay, and we just pray that you will guide us down the roads that you want us to go, towards the women that you want us to touch, and to just open up all of those doors. Lord, we pray over Leslie tonight as she shares her journey, shares her story, and shares her tidbits and pours into us. And we are just so very grateful that 57 years ago, you encouraged and gave Mary Kay Ash a dream in your heart so that we could have this incredible opportunity now. I bless this meeting over your precious Jesus' name. Amen. All right, and then we have, I think Chrissy is going to do recognition. Yes.
Yes, so we are going to do recognition, guys. So remember, each week, make sure that you are filling out your weekly accomplishment sheets to your director. This is how we are going to celebrate you for all of your wins. So I will repost that video again because I know this is something new, but make sure you are sending that to your director. And I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with my unit since I am up here first. And so I'm first going to go over sales. So we had 4 women to turn in their weekly accomplishment sheets this past week. So I'm really excited about that. And so my top 3 for the quarter sales, number 3 is Jasmine with $222 in sales. So incredible. Number 2 is Anjali. She had $309. And our queen for the week with $610 is Glenda Tart. So so excited for you, Glenda. $610. She finished her star. Oh my goodness, she has been rocking it out. All right, and then we have interviews. So of course, sharing the Mary Kay opportunity, building your team. Number 3 is Glenda with 1 interview, which is exciting. And then number 2 is Cheris with 4, which is exciting. So more than 3, she's racing for DIQ. And then our queen of interviews with 5 interviews is Jasmine. So she had 5 interviews last week. So we are so excited for you, girlfriend. First month DIQ, you are going to rock it out. And then for bookings. So we didn't have a queen of bookings this week. I keep saying year. I don't even know what day it is. This week, because you have to have at least 10 or more bookings. But I did just want to recognize the ones that turned it in. So Glenda had 2 new appointments for next week. Jazz has 4, Anjali has 4, and Cheris has 4. So way to go there. So I'm going to turn it over to Amy, and she's going to do her units recognition.
Awesome. Okay, so we had 2 people turn in. Kathy Comer turned hers in, and she had 2 interviews this past week. And then Maria White also turned hers in. She had 1 interview. She has 6 bookings on her books, and she has $176 in sales in last week. So very exciting for those 2. And I'm going to pass it on over to who else? Victoria. Rachel. Go ahead, Rachel. You're unmuted. Go for it.
Well, congratulations, y'all. How exciting. Well, I'm very excited. We had 3 people turn in their weekly accomplishments, and y'all, I totally get it. It's hard to get in the habit of that. And to be honest, I can't remember to do anything unless I set an alarm in my phone. So set an alarm so you don't forget. And I think if you play with it, you'll totally get to do it. But super excited for this. So our sales, our number 3 for sales was Christina. So super proud of you, Christina. Melissa, boy, you did amazing. $478 in sales. You were number 2. And Melanie totally rocked it out. Our queen of sales for our team, $669 in sales. And she's going to have another really big week next week because she has been busting it and pushing to her star. So proud of you. That's so awesome. Our queen of bookings was Christina. She has 15 appointments this week. Like, girl, you are a rock star. So proud of you. And unfortunately, we didn't have anybody that turned in any interviews. And so I know we're going to change that, and we're going to get a lot of sharing appointments so that we can bless other women with this amazing opportunity, because you never know unless you ask, right? But congratulations, Eagles. You're amazing. And I'm going to turn it over to whoever is next, whoever wants to go next.
I'll go. So we're going to turn in their weekly accomplishment sheet, which is okay. We are still amazing, and I can't wait to see who will be our queen of wholesale, queen of sales interviews, and I'm trying to rank shares, I think. Next week, so I'm excited, and I'm going to turn it over to, for some reason I can't see it.
Hey, Victoria, I'll jump in and go next. Hey, guys. So our queen of sales for the week is a new consultant. Her name is Lindsley. So I'm super excited to see her get her business started. We did not have a queen for bookings because we know that requires at least, I think Christy just said 10. There we go. Got some light now. And our queen of shares is Morgan. So congratulations, ladies, if you're on the call today. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, I'll go. Hi, everyone. Hi. So I had two people to turn in their queen of sales and queen of sharing. So I'm going to go back to last week because I wasn't here. I had technical difficulties. Queen of sales for last week was Tisha. Queen of sales for this week is Cynthia, and Cynthia did $695.
Awesome.
And the queen of sharing for this week is Tisha. She's had 3 appointments last week, and she has about 5 or 6 coming up for this week. So congratulations, ladies.
Yay, that is so exciting. So I was taking my notes over here, guys. And so, you know, your individual queen of sales. And so for the overall Greensboro Girls Night Out group, our queen of interviews this week is Jasmine. So way to go. Queen of bookings is Christina with 15. And then queen of sales is Cynthia with $693. But again, shout out to Glenda and Melanie, because all 3 of these ladies had over $600 in sales this week. Like, oh my word, way to go in and push. So if Cynthia and Christina and Jasmine, if you guys want to shoot me over all of you guys have my number, just shoot me over your favorite picture, and then I will get the queens of this week's collages together and get those posted. Now Karen is going to do our moving on up.
There we go. This is the part of our meeting where we get to celebrate our new consultants and any of the consultants who have promoted themselves over the last week. So if we have new consultants, sorry guys, all right. So if we have a new consultant on our call, can you please come off of mute and share your name with us?
Terry.
Is that Terry?
Yes.
Welcome, Terry.
Thank you.
Any other brand new consultants that have not been a part of our weekly meeting, or you have not taken your new consultant oath?
Can you hear me?
I can hear Terry. That's it.
Okay. Can you hear Beth?
Hey, Beth. I
Hi.
can't see you. I see
I
your.
know. I know I don't have it on. I'm doing yard work, so I don't want to give the first impression of what I look like. So I stopped what I was doing, and I'm here. So I'm here. I'm new. I signed up with Amy last Wednesday. Was it last Wednesday?
Fantastic. Well, thank you for taking the time out for your weekly business meeting. I know we'll see your pretty face soon. Any other new consultants? All righty. So do we have any consultants who have promoted themselves in the last week? Any new seniors? No? No promotions in the last week, ladies? Okay, that just means we've got some sharing to do. No promotions. I'm just double checking the chat to make sure I'm not missing anyone. There's Cynthia. She just joined us. All righty. So for Terry and Beth, we like to do our new consultant's oath with you on the call today. And so I'm going to ask you to repeat after me.
Okay,
Okay, you ready?
I am.
Okay. Now we can't see you raise your right hand, and your recruiter/director will also get you a Mary Kay pin. So when we start meeting live again, you'll get that pin. So repeat after me. My friends were all shocked when I told them my plan.
My friends were all shocked when I told them my plan.
My family said, "What?" But I took a strong stand.
My family said, "What?" And I took a strong stand.
I closed up my ears while my heart led the way.
I closed in my ears while my heart led the way.
I made the decision to do Mary Kay.
I made the decision to do Mary Kay.
It wasn't all easy, but I have lots of fun.
It wasn't all easy, but I have lots of fun.
And weren't they surprised when they saw what I won?
And weren't they surprised when they saw what I won?
The ladders and ribbons.
The ladders and what?
Ribbons.
The ladders and ribbons.
And diamonds and bees.
And diamonds and beads.
They all about fainted when I picked up my keys.
They all about fainted when I picked up my keys.
Now when they see me, who cares what they think?
Now when they see me, who cares what they think?
Because deep down inside, my blood runs pink.
Because deep down inside, my blood runs pink.
Yay. Woo! Welcome to Mary Kay. You are officially an independent beauty consultant.
Thank you.
Yay!
Okay, and so, ladies, I'm not sure who is next. I don't have the agenda right in front of me, but I will pass it over.
Yes. Can you ladies hear me?
There we
I feel like
go.
I was breaking up before. Okay, good. So I am here to tell you a few quick announcements. So first things first, holiday products everyone can order today. So exciting. So make sure you get your new holiday products. They're so nice. We have new boxes and all of the great things that you can order today. So everyone can order today. Winter PCP actually opens tomorrow, so make sure that you register your customers for that. And for anyone that's new on the call, PCP is Preferred Customer Program. And what that does is it sends a lookbook to your customers from the company, and it's just 70 cents. They send a lookbook to your customer with the sample. If the samples don't run out, super cheap, and it definitely gets your customers on the new products. And all you have to do is follow up with them, and then they will definitely shop with you. Prizes. So you can get a gold, not gold, you can get a bracelet from Summer for achieving gold medal status this month. And that means that you add 5 new team members to your team in one calendar month, and Summer is giving away a gold medal prize. She always gives away a gold medal prize. I love to earn everything that Summer gives because she just sets us up for success with anything that she puts in front of us. Spark a Chain Reaction. So that is when you do $600 wholesale. And this month is actually linked to Legacy. So it's a really, really cute bracelet. And you can like adjust it really, really nice. And you get that when you do 600 wholesale this month, which is really exciting. The consistency necklace. So that is when you earn your Spark jewelry for July, August, September, October, November, and December. So when you earn it for 6 months consistently, the company will reward you for your work as they always do. And it's a consistency necklace, and it has a ribbon inside and it's gold around it, really, really nice and pretty. So make sure that you are on target to earn that. And Red Tonight, I'm always so blessed by Red Tonight. I love Red Tonight. It is when all of the red jackets. So red jacket means that you have 3 to 4 active team members on your team, and you're moving up the career path, sharing the opportunity, earning commission, which is amazing. And that is on Thursday, September 24th. So make sure you set your alarms for that. If you are not a red jacket and you have a goal to be in your red jacket, make sure you get in your red jacket by the 24th, because those Red Nights are like literally amazing. Fall retreat registration. So fall retreat registration is now open. I believe the cost right now is $210 until the 20th. So summer extended it. It was the 15th. So praise God. Like, you can get your registration for just $210 right now. And then after the 20th, the registration does go up, and I believe it's, seats until it fills up and it's sold out. So make sure that you get all of the goodies at Fall Retreat. We do the Christmas workshop. We do recognition. You get recognition for being a star. You get recognition for earning your Spark jewelry. So many great things you can get recognition for. So make sure you check with your director on how to get recognition at Fall Retreat and get registered. Mary Kay anniversary was this past week, or not this past week. It was on Sunday. So it was the 13th. So make sure that you are figuring out ways to honor Mary Kay this month. I know Summer and all of our Pink Cadillac sales directors in the area did an event. You can definitely still invite people and have them go back and watch it. It was an amazing event. Just make sure you invite people on there, and they literally share the opportunity for you. And even if you may not know exactly how to share the opportunity, go back and watch it, and it can be a training and learning, thing for you to be able to learn how to share the opportunity. And then also make sure you check your Facebook pages, your unit pages for any monthly prizes that your director may be doing. And I am wishing all of you guys an amazing September. And now I'm going to one more thing. Finish your star. Today's the last day to finish your star. It is September 15th, which is the last day of the star quarter, which is $1,800 in sales over the course of the quarter. So make sure that you get your star prize, y'all. You can definitely still do it, y'all. It's a lot of time. We have a lot of hours left. So make sure you get your director if you want to be a star, and finish that tonight so that you can be recognized for star at Fall Retreat. And then also you get a prize from the company. And this is the first quarter, so you don't want to miss the first quarter, because when you miss the first quarter, you're out of the running for All-Star. And when you're an All-Star, you get recognition at seminar, you get an additional prize. It's just amazing. So you don't want to miss out on the first quarter. Now I'm going to turn it over to Chrissy, and she is going to introduce our guest for tonight.
Yay! So before we do that, y'all, I'm at Summer's house, so I have all the goodies I want to show you really quick, like live and in person. So this is the gold medal prize. When you get 5 team members in a month, you get this bracelet here. This is the the Spark for this month, this little link to a legacy. Here is a beautiful consistency necklace with the pink ribbon in it. Like, this is like really, really nice on. Gloria Mayfield Banks had a picture of it, and I was like, I need that. And then if you move into DIQ, all right, if you move into DIQ or current DIQs, if you have at least $5,000 in production, you get this gorgeous bracelet. Like, how pretty is that? So move into DIQ by October 1st, or current DIQs have at least $5,000, and then you get this as well. So excited about that. But I get the privilege and the honor to introduce our first director tonight in our director spotlight. So moving forward, every single month, we're going to do something different. We're going to spotlight a new sales director or a sales director in our area. And I have the privilege to introduce the first one in our series is the beautiful and amazing Leslie Wright, guys. And let me tell you a little bit about her. Leslie has joined Mary Kay about 3 years ago, right, Leslie? about 3 years ago. And I remember having a conversation with her when I was interviewing her. You know, Jasmine did an interview and all of that. And she's like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, okay, you know, let's get in, let's go. And y'all, let me just tell you a couple of things about her. This is her second month being a director. Last month, in her very first month, she did 10 and 10, which is a pretty big deal, guys. Her unit did over $10,000 wholesale, and they were actually tied for number 2 with recruiting as a brand new unit the first month. So crazy amazing. She had the most first-time red jackets last month in our area as well. So the Heaven Beautiful unit is just rocking it out. And this month so far, guys, they are ranked number 1 in recruiting for the entire area. And so she has such a powerhouse story. And I'm gonna shut up and I am gonna let you hear from the amazing Leslie Marie Wright. Okay, she's trying to get off the mute. She's like, yep. I know technology is crazy.
I just want to say, woohoo, Leslie. Love you, girl.
Lawrence.
Okay,
Hi.
awesome. There you go.
Everything looks so different on the phone than the computer. I hope that you guys can hear me. Everybody can hear me okay? Oh. Well, first and foremost, good evening to each and every one of you. Many of you already know me, but for some of you who do not, my name is Leslie Wright, and I am the Mary Kay Sales Director of the Heaven Beautiful Unit, and I am not going to be before you guys long, but I do want to impart on you just a little bit of my story. This is really actually great practice for tonight, because if you knew me before I became a director, then you know I had this running joke that I was a veteran red jacket. So if you remember that, you're probably smiling and nodding. And I really had committed myself to just being the best red jacket that I could be. Like, raise your hand, wave if you're a red jacket on here tonight, or wave to me if you plan on being a red jacket very soon, right? And so I really had just said, okay, God, if red jacket is where you'll have me, then red jacket is where I'll serve. And so really just stepped into leadership pretty quickly, and really just kind of got okay with doing that, right? I had actually done director in qualifications several times, and really just became discouraged, if I could be transparent with you all tonight. And I think it's okay to kind of get off kilter, to get discouraged by certain things, and to allow the enemy to tell you that where you are is just where you should stay. That maybe you shouldn't climb any further. Maybe you shouldn't go that extra mile. You shouldn't talk to that one more customer or that one more person. But I come to tell you tonight that it really is just a trick of the enemy with complacency. And so that's kind of the foundation of my story, that it is very easy to get complacent and just to say, you know what, I guess this is just where God would have me to be. Has anybody been there before? Anybody been there in your career? Like, man, stuff just isn't moving like I think it should move. So maybe I'm just supposed to be a beauty consultant. Maybe there's nothing more for me than that. Maybe I'm supposed to stay at Red Jacket and I'm just going to serve there, right? May 1st, I had to be talked into going back into director and qualifications. I wasn't going to do it. I had my fill of the mountain, Patricia, and I said, all right, I'm not climbing it again. It has been fun, but this is clearly not for me. And so I had some friends say, no, Leslie, I think this time there's something different. There's something in the air. There's something that's going to be different about this run. And sometimes you have to have people like speak life into you when you can't do it for yourself. And so I'm very grateful that I had my beautiful recruiter, Miss Jasmine Williams. I hope she's on tonight, who I owe my career run to. I wouldn't be here in front of you today as a director if my recruiter didn't step out on faith and ask me. I owe Chrissy Newsom so much, who I felt like sometimes was like the bad kid that had to be popped in the unit sometimes, you feel me? Like, you always got that bad kid. And so she always had to like reiterate to me, Leslie, now I done told you that this is this and this is that. And I'd be like, well, I don't know if I want to do it that way. Anybody been that way before? Oh, come on. You can loosen up with me tonight. Because we feel like that we know best. And so coming in the door, I was like, there's nothing you can't tell me about business. I've been a beauty, because I've been a business coach. I was an author. I was a speaker, and I was an event planner. I had 12 jobs. Anybody else got 12 jobs? I had 12 jobs. And so surely I knew everything there was about being a business owner. But little did I know that in this season, that God would make me more than a business owner. Anybody want to be more than just a business owner? I want to be more than a business owner. I think that COVID has taught us that businesses come and go, but people who are looking to build legacies stay forever. And I knew in my heart of heart that I wanted to do something bigger. I knew that I wanted to go big, Alicia, or go home, but I just couldn't figure out how to climb the mountain. I knew that I was great enough. I knew that I was smart enough, but there was just something about this Mary Kay thing. Y'all not hearing me tonight. I guess we too Mary Kay. We too done up tonight, Chrissy, to be real. But y'all know
Come
me.
on, Leslie, preach.
Know that I'm
real girl.
And real. And there's days where you want to throw your bag across the room and say, Lord, forget it. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. I don't nonetheless know if I'm supposed to bring anybody else under me.
Come on, girl. Say it.
I barely am committed myself. In the world where I bring people into this thing, and half the time I'm frustrated with it myself. Come on, y'all never had to build a team. I know.
I hear you. I'm with you.
And so I went into DIQ pretty skeptical May 1st. It was my birthday month. I told Chrissy several times I wanted to chill, and I was just gonna see what happens. That's what I said my whole May. I'll just see what happens. I'll give it to Jesus. It's funny what we put on the Lord that ain't nothing biblical about it. And I said, okay, we'll just see what happens. So we ran it. We gave it a good fight. And I couldn't be more proud of the Heaven Beautiful unit members that are on tonight. Jaden and I love you. And we don't know where we would be without you. And if you weren't here during the DIQ run, you kind of came afterwards. We prayed you in. And I just want you to know that when you are building a team and God places on your heart to build a team, you all, and to approach this thing called DIQ, you have to pray for the people that you can't see. See, that's a different level of faith. Many of us just look at our business and we look at what's in our hand right now. Well, I may only have one team member. I may have none. How in the world do I begin to stretch and start praying for people I don't even know? How does that work? So May 1st, I went in. We ran our best fight. We got to the end. COVID was on the rise. The country was going crazy, and we didn't know what to do. When I first joined Mary Kay, I was kind of like the social media maven, right? I built a lot of my business on social media. I was proud of that. But in the beginning, that is when we were doing door-to-door and in-person facials. And I didn't really want to do that. Come on, I could just be transparent. I wanted to do a lot of my business online. Remember, I wanted to tell Chrissy what to do, remember? And so I said, well, this is what I want to do. Well, quickly I realized that inboxing people my whole career was going to run out. Anybody there? That inboxing and texting people, that runs out. You have to submit yourself to the process that Mary Kay has put in front of us. There is no getting around it. You will do facials. Amen. And so I said, okay, God, well, my best talent is doing things online. I reach people well on social media. How do I begin to merge the two? Well, when I first joined the business, I couldn't find my way. I told Jasmine that I felt like kind of a guinea pig, and I didn't really know what wheel to be on, and I didn't know if they liked me. Oh, come on, the enemy just starts working with you. I didn't know if they liked me. Anybody did that? That's called a pity party. Everybody on this call loves and adores you, but the enemy would love for you to believe that you stick out like a sore thumb and you don't belong here. Little did I know that we would stop doing, listen to the testimony in this, that we would stop doing a lot of door-to-door and face-to-face. So I couldn't see that before you all, but when COVID hit, I had $1 million directors hitting me up saying, Leslie, you said you're comfortable with social media, show me. I had no idea that God would make me for such a time as this, that our whole company would find itself pivoting and leaning on social media in ways that I couldn't see before. So I was supposed to be here. I'm so grateful that I've helped other directors, and even my good friend Chrissy, when she's had issues and she just wants to throw her computer, we've all been there, right? And I'll say, it's okay, Chris, don't throw it. It costs money, right? But now my place is more evident, and I'm thriving in it in areas where other people are like confused and frustrated and just ready to give up. See, he carves out a place for you in history that you can't really see sometimes, but if you just hold on long enough, he'll make sure that you see the reason why you were here. So May 1st, we come to the end of the month where you all had missed it. I think, oh my gosh, I'll never forget the number. I think it was like 7:56. I went to bed at night and I said, okay, we ran our best fight. we did our best. I went to bed a little disheartened, and I said, okay, God, what is for me, it is for me. Remember, that was still my platform in May. What it is what it is, right? And so I went to bed, and I didn't think anything else of it. I woke up the next morning on June 1st, knowing that I was going to lead my team in excellence in spite of, that I was going to have to stand in front of these women and men who had decided to join me on this journey and lead them anyway. See, sometimes it's just a test if you'll give up or if you'll lead anyway. So I'm bebopping through June, and the reports turn over a couple of days into the new month. And I said, well, what in the world is going on? I looked in my back office, and I knew we hadn't finished month 1. Are you ready for a miracle? Because this is where only Jesus can step in. And so I'm bebopping through, and I'm talking about month 1, and I'm getting my unit excited about month 1 again. Are you ready? And so Chrissy calls me up, and she says, Leslie, have you checked your voice messages? I said, well, no, I'm really horrible about that. Anybody else horrible about that? I would have 93 messages. I don't know who's called. The Pope could have called Jesus. I don't know. I've missed all the calls. And so I don't check my voicemail. I don't do that. And so don't leave me a voicemail, Alicia. Don't do it. I don't know if you're in there. I'm sorry. And so she calls me and she says, Leslie, corporate has tried to call you. I said, what? I didn't do it. I did not do it. Listen, when I first joined Mary Kay, I was one of the most compliant associates. I didn't want to step out of bounds for nothing. You hear me? I wanted to make sure my lip gloss was right, my suit was on. I said, if corporate has called me, I would like to plead the fifth. I was asleep. I was taking a nap. I didn't do it. She said, no, silly. They didn't call you because you were in trouble. I said, oh, because, we got that legal department. I ain't got time. I can't go to jail. I don't look good in orange. I'm big on compliance, okay? And so she said, no, call and listen to your voicemail. I said, well, just tell me what it is. What is it? So now I'm on pins and needles and I can't sleep. And if you know Chrissy Newsom, she's not going to tell you right away. I waited 2 hours, Jasmine, for her to call me back. I said, Lord, I know I'm going to jail. I done sold the wrong cleanser to somebody. Somebody's reported me for some foundation that didn't work out. I don't know what happened, but I guess I did it, So I'm preparing my speech for when I go to court because I don't know what I'm gonna say. And not that I want to promote that this will happen to everyone, but never in the history of Mary Kay have they looked into DIQs. We had missed our goal, remember, about 756, something like that. When you're in DIQ, you have to do a minimum of $4,000 wholesale to advance your unit to the next month. Well, they called me and they said, we looked down on your DIQ unit and we saw you running so hard and you were right there at the line that we've advanced you to month 2. You have to know a little something about direct sales in general. They don't advance anybody, okay? You're gonna work for every dollar, every penny, and because they wanna make a leader out of you. They don't wanna shortchange the experience. They want you to go all the way through it. Never in Mary Kay history have they done that before. I just cried. I dropped my phone. Christy was like, hello? Hello? She said, what's going on over there? And I couldn't do anything but cry. But here goes little old me in Greensboro, North Carolina, amongst thousands of DIQs running for the finish line. They chose me. They advanced me. We go into month 2. I call my hot shots. They're crying and screaming. I think we cried and screamed for about 3 hours. It was a mess. We were all a train wreck. My son's running around. He don't have no clothes on. He's always naked. I love you, son. But he's running around the house and, and he's screaming and hollering. We go into month 2 in June. Well, we finished month 2 early. By Red Jacket Night, we were celebrating not only being with our fellow Red Jackets, women that we had moved up in the company, but we had finished that month early. We had gotten our $4,000 in and we were losing our minds again. Well, for that night, my son's father had gotten on Red Night for the very first time. He had never been on before and he was just listening. I said, okay. And so he was proud that I was a Red Jacket. He was proud of my girls, Trisha and the like. And he pulled me aside at the end of the night. He said, how much money do you need to finish directorship? And I told him the number. It was a little over $5,000. And he said, so what's the number you're going to run for this month? I said, $5,000. What's the number you need? $5,000. I'm going to run for $5,000. said, no. Why are you not a director yet? He had heard what Chrissy was talking about with the checks and the career path and moving up. He said, you have achieved anything that you've set your mind out to. What's so different about this? And I didn't really have an answer for him at the time. I kind of piddled around the answer. And I said, well, I'm supposed to be a red jacket. It's fine. However this DIQ runs, that's how it runs. He said, really now? He said, well, I think that you're going to be a director this season. And I think it's time for you to get over yourself because it's not about you. And you have invited all of these women and all of these people into your run. And you're not finishing when you know you're supposed to finish something. It's kind of like you might as well just, desert people at the line if you're not going to be serious about it. And it kind of like, cut me because I was like, well, wait a minute now, hold on. Right? And he said, but I'm just giving you the truth. If we're going to keep playing at this thing, then you might as well not do it at all. I said, okay. I said, so what's the number that you suggest? He said 10,000. I think you need to double the number. That way you fall where you're supposed to fall. That's going to help somebody tonight. Because see, sometimes we just go after the number in front of us, much like Star. Tonight you may have only 0 in or 600 in or 300 in, and you want to throw in the towel. But that's what the enemy wants you to do. He wants you to think that finish line is so far away that it's not even worth running for. 1.5. That night I made a declaration to adopt hashtag raise the bar. It became a resounding message and movement across everybody in my social media, my friends, my family, women who were in other industries began, Alicia's nodding her head, those of you who watch the run, began using hashtag raise the bar. Not only were we infecting change with our Mary Kay unit, our super and the people that follow us, but we were changing the lives and changing the perspective of how to look at goals and money and business with women who sold completely different things from us. So in June, we raised the number to $10,000 and we made that a public declaration and we put it on our Facebook page and we allowed people to watch that number move. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you about customer retention real quick and how to get people moving with you. Anybody need people to move with them? Some folk to wake up and say, hey, I'll support you and I'll be here through the run. I'll see you to the finish line. So we made that a public declaration and we put it on our Facebook page and people got involved. They started personally getting behind the number, wanting to move the number. Every month, every day, rather, somebody would call and say, Leslie, has the number moved? Because they were watching it on Facebook. And I had a woman reach out to me and she said, Leslie, I thank God for your obedience because I had put my Mary Kay business down. She's in a different area, a different unit. And she said, I took this raise the bar message to my unit. And because of you, I'm now active. And I have 3 girls who I couldn't get to do anything, do something now. So not only were we now charged to finish this thing, but now we got people watching, Jasmine. And now we got people invested and they're ordering and they're giving to the number. So we went into July needing, I think, about $5,400. And we finished July 16th, our beautiful Heaven Beautiful unit at 10:30 that morning. I let out the biggest cry from just being done, from attempting this mountain over and over again. But what I want to say to you is whether it's $13,000 and 24 active unit members that you have to finish directorship, or maybe it's your star, or maybe it's just getting back on the horse and doing your business, period. No matter what the mountain is, you were made, everyone on this call, for this moment. And if you give up, you'll never get a chance to see what God was working on in the background before you even showed up. That's what I learned in my DIQ Road to Directorship run. Our first month out the gate, you couldn't tell me that not only would we finish, but we would finish well. We debuted with 57. I change that number all the time. 54. Thank you for holding your fingers up, Chrissy. 54 unit members, record breaking. No one else had done that. So he doesn't just complete a good work in you, he does it well. But what if you don't stick around for that? What if you're in a situation, you're in a rut in your business and you're like, Leslie, listen, I hear all that and I'm glad God did that for you, but I don't know if he's gonna do it for me. Anybody else say that before? Chrissy, I'm glad you got your Cadillac, but I don't know where mine is. I'm in a RAV4. I can paint it pink, but it ain't the same. right? And so tonight I want to just give you 3 quick things that are going to talk to you about customer retention. Get paper, get paper, get paper. I'm big on note taking because you won't retain it the same way if you can't look at it later on when the hype is gone and the call is done. So I said, okay, God, well, out of my run and out of my journey, what in the world do I say to these people? I went through a lot, still going through a lot, but God is still good. And so I said, out of all of the running that we did, what's the one thing you want me to focus on tonight? And he said, culture. That if they create a culture, they can have anything that they want. I said, okay, well, explain that to me a little bit. When it comes to creating a culture with your customers, let's just go bare bones with the definition. The definition of culture reads, it is an umbrella term, really, right? So it can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but it's an umbrella term which encompasses the social behavior and norms found in human societies, knowledge, belief, arts, laws, customs, capabilities, and the habits. That's the part I like, the habits of the individuals in the group. So Leslie, how do I create a habitual culture with my customers? So there's 3 key things that you want to establish in your customer group that's going to retain them. It's going to keep them with you. The first thing is language. You know, I talk a certain way. If you can't tell, you probably don't talk like me. I don't talk like you, and you don't talk like me, and that's okay. But guess what? The people who are in my tribe, the people who listen to me, that beat to the same drum, don't mind how I talk. And so that's why we talk about on these training calls that it's so important for you to identify who you are in Christ, who you are as a person, and become so sold out on your individuality that it becomes a ripple effect and people have nothing left to do but love you. Listen, when people love me, they either love me, like me, or hate me, and it's all good. You understand what I'm saying? I'm so comfortable with who I am. It's all good. And so people want to follow someone that isn't afraid to create their own language. They're not afraid to say, this is who I am, and this is who I be, and this is how I talk, and this is how I flow. And they get a kick in your, you know, in your speech, in your pace, in your tone. They appreciate that. So if you're not being verbal with your customers, they can't understand your language. They don't hear anything. If your customers only hear from you maybe once or twice a month, then how in the world are they supposed to understand your language? You don't talk to them enough. Culture is built on language. The second thing, culture is built on belief systems. In my customer group, we talk about the Lord. If that ruffles you wrong, then you don't stay long. I just run. If that ruffles you wrong, you don't stay long. But it's the truth. If it doesn't, you know, if it doesn't line up with you, if that rubs you wrong, you don't stay long. We talk about how God is going to meet the goals. But watch this. In my customer group, because my language attracts a lot of other business women and men, we talk about what they're believing for in their business. We talk about their goals. Because guess what? A broke customer can't shop with me. So I don't want to just pray for my own goals. I want to pray for theirs. And so we have a day where they can all like post their groups and what they got going on and their flyers and their links. Why am I going to be upset of a paparazzi girl posting what she got going on? I don't sell jewelry. There's enough in the kingdom for us all to eat. I believe that. That's something I coach and I teach in my customer group. Wow, Leslie, you're doing all this in your Mary Kay group? Yeah. Because I want these people to stay with me. So I got to show them, yes, even in my customer group, I'm not just talking to you about the next cleanser. I need you to be successful too, so we can be successful what together? The third thing that we talk about is the invitation. A lot of us have to get back to kind of just tracking. One thing that Chrissy taught me to do is to track a goal down. And so if you're not happy with how many like customers you're working with on a monthly basis or how many customers you have in your customer group, then we got to get back to the bare bones of inviting people to shop with us, to get on when our directors present, and really having a number per month in our customer group. This is what I'm going to start doing with my unit. So we want to celebrate milestones and benchmarks. So when we hit 25 customers, we're going to do something. When we hit 50 customers, we're going to do something. When we hit 75 customers, we're going to do something. And I create that momentum in my customer group. Why? Because I want them to just enjoy the party. I want them to bring a friend. So we're going to start like Friends and Family Day, like how they do in church, where they can invite friends in, and we do, where they can watch makeup tutorial, or they can ask questions about makeup and skincare. So that invitation is constant, right? We're always saying, well, come, watch us do this, have us do that. And then we have a goal. So we want to grow our group to this many people by the end of the year. So we make it a communal thing that we're all working on. So it's a really great way to get referrals as well. Leslie, I worry about the content in my group, some things that you can post to keep people engaged. You want to share your goal. I've shared this with you guys before. When I'm running after my Sapphire, I will tell my group that we are a Sapphire group. We are a Sapphire customer group. All right, Sapphire customer group, we're trying to make it here. And then when we're trying to move to Ruby, I say, all right, y'all, we've slayed Sapphire, now we got to move to Ruby. My customers are a part of that language and that belief system that we got to keep growing the kingdom of God through Mary Kay. All right, and then other things with just being consistent. When we hit milestones in our customer group, I'll do like a raffle to say, listen, y'all have done amazing. I make it all about them. Thank you so much. Look at how much we sold this month. I feel a raffle in my spirit. That's what I tell them, you know? And they're like, yes, Leslie, yes. So we'll do like a raffle for something simple, like satin hands, so that they're always looking for some type of incentive to stay around to see what I'm going to raffle next, but also just to see what the next goal is. And I'm consistently telling people about it. Y'all, I thank you so much for allowing me to talk to you. I know I talk a little fast, but it's recorded, so you can go back and watch it. I love y'all. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. I have a lot of great notes from what you said. And so I want you guys, just one or two people to unmute, and I want you to affirm Leslie on what you took away from anything that she said about customer retention or even about her journey. So let's affirm her.
Leslie, oh my gosh, you totally brought it, girl. Like, I think I wrote down, you like get paper. I'm like, I've been taking notes on everything you said. I loved all of it. And the first thing you opened with, I think is so powerful. Master the position you're in. Like, and be so grateful for where we are that we just like rock out that position. Sometimes we're so excited to go to the next place that we don't master what we're doing. And in the process of mastering it, we automatically move forward. But I just think you just did amazing. I mean, I could say back everything you said, but I'm going to let some other people share. But you are a rock star, girl. It's been so awesome to see your journey.
Thank you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, Bernadette, we can hear you.
Okay. I really love and she talked about giving it to Jesus and pray you can't see. That was so awesome.
Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else?
I just want to say, Leslie, I reached out with you before you became DIQ and was like, you know, trying to pick your brain and get ideas. And the whole reason why I haven't stopped is because of ladies like you. Y'all inspire us just to keep moving and don't give up. Don't let the enemy distract us, because, whoo, them hedges, right? He be trying to creep over the hedge and we just keep chopping it down. So thank you once again. Your story is so inspiring and I definitely want to do better. So thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome. God bless you.
Leslie, this is Pat. It's been amazing to watch you and be there, watch you in that red jacket, and then watch you move on. You are an inspiration to me, and I've been sitting on the sidelines for a while, but your points you made tonight have made a difference. So thank you.
Awesome.
Can you hear me, Chrissy?
Yes.
Okay. Hey Leslie, I had to pull the car over. Okay, I literally pulled the car over. I am so proud of you, and I remember that initial conversation when you said you weren't going to submit for DIQ again in May, and I remember that night at my house in July, and having you come over and spend hours, and I do mean hours, and hours trying to finish that run. And I like the word I use is nevertheless. There was a lot going on during your DIQ run. There was a lot going on that could have prevented you from, finishing in DIQ, having a standstill moment. But I'm so proud of your push through. I'm so proud of your nevertheless. Like you said you did what you said you were gonna do when you said you were gonna do it. You've been talking about finishing and doing things early for about a year now, and to see all of this culmination of all the greatness that I knew you had in you. Who knew that a facial that ended up turning into a 3-hour conversation would lead you to this point? And I want to thank you for reminding me about my nevertheless. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to the end point, as long as you finish. Nevertheless, I love you, and I'm so grateful for you.
You too, man. I've been doing good.
What should I put? I don't know.
Anybody else want to share?
Hey, Leslie, it's Karen. I just want to say, wow, 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 wow. From the day I met you last year in Dallas to now, it has just been remarkable watching you run, walk, fall, get back up. I'm not going to cry, right? And I'm just blown away and amazed at your tenacity, your resilience, your strength, your love, your passion, and you really put it out there on the table today. And or however they say it, you put it all out there. And I'm just so grateful for your transparency, Leslie. It is huge. And so for me, I took tons of notes. I'm like, Rachel, but the culture is language. And that's huge for me where I am right now in life. And so just to God be the glory for all the great things he's doing in your life.
Awesome.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, you knocked it out of the park, Leslie. Like, I know you guys have taken so many great nuggets, so many great notes. So, what do we have to do next, guys? It's all about application, right? Applying the things, applying the never give up attitude, applying the and then some. It wasn't all easy for her. Like she said, she wanted to do it her way. And, we all want to do that, right? But she knew that, okay, there's one way, there's the Mary Kay way, and look at her now. She has a super strong unit that is racing, and I couldn't be more proud of the Heaven Beautiful unit. So for ladies that are on, you guys are rocking it out, okay? And so I am so proud of y'all, and just keep going. When you put God first, everything else is gonna fall into place. What if she would have given up? What if she wouldn't have said yes? What if she's like, I'm not going to submit between Jazz? I'm like, Leslie, you got the people, friend. Let's get on in. Let's just do this again. Like, it never, I always tell Gloria Mayfield Banks, she's the #1 national Mary Kay Cosmetics right now, and she submitted 3 times, right? So always that constant reminder. So I am so grateful that you continue to run the race and you continue to push, because not only is your life changed, you're blessing the lives of so many women in your unit. And one of the things that I love the most about what you said was pray for the people that you can't see, right? Pray for the people that you can't see. You have to pray for God to give you water walking women. And so I love that. That was a great refresher and reminder that we need to pray for women that want more and that need more. And when we pray for them, God will bring them. right? Even when we don't see it. And there was many times where she didn't see it. And I always told her, you're gonna get done early, Leslie. God already told me. Like I told her that like a zillion times. She's like, okay, Chris, the numbers isn't moving. I'm like, girl, just be patient. God's got you. He told me already, right? But she was obedient. And so I'm just so grateful for you. I'm excited. Thank you for sharing in our first director spotlight. You did absolutely amazing. We are recording this. So if you guys were taking notes, really quickly, we will have the link pretty soon, and we'll post that on the Greensboro Girls Night Out group. But you guys are incredible. Again, shout out to Christina, Cynthia, and Jasmine for being our queens this week. Don't forget to finish your submit your weekly accomplishment sheets by next Monday to your director. And guys, your challenge for the week, you ready? Finish your star by tonight. I don't care if you have $0 in. There is still so much time. We have until 1 a.m. So this is a dual challenge. Finish your star and help a team member, if you have one, finish their star. If you already finished your star, move up a star level. Okay, you guys are absolutely incredible. We love you. Next week, we are going to be talking about recruiting and building your team. We're going to be talking about team building next week. So make sure you have that down on your calendar. You guys are awesome. Y'all have a great night. Bye.
Bye, ladies.